I've never really done a homeschool classroom tour, and we've been homeschooling for 3 years now. And the main reason I've never shared it with you guys is because our homeschool classroom is also our bedroom. So we're kind of like using what we have, using the walls, and just making it happen so that we can provide a great, safe learning opportunity for our little ones. I do want to start off with our homeschool shelf. This is where I keep all our curriculum, workbooks, any like extra resources that we're going to need for the year. This shelf is currently housing all our binders for our toddler and kindergartner, all the extra resources, printables up until June. We have workbooks. We have a lot of the things that I just get on an everyday basis. This is where I'm actually storing all the worksheets that we completed for the year. They're just staying right here for now until I decide to like home them somewhere else. We also have our construction paper inside one of these little things that I got from like the dollar store. These are the workbooks that we're currently using for our kindergartners. So they live like on this side. This is also where I'm housing like any extra material, printable stuff that I'm gonna need. I have our like Spanish flashcards. This is all for Logic of English, Logic of English, Logic of English. I even have like our Bible and Jesus little workbooks, sticker workbooks right here. And as we go more this way, I have more of like storage stuff. We are going to get started on a toddler workbook for my 2-year-old because she's going to turn 3. So we have that here. Again, any extra things up until June. Our sight words for pre-K and kinder, our health, as well as our playing preschool year 1, any DIY materials, printables that I like make myself. It's also where I store all our nursery rhymes, and then all like the Lego block mats, like the wooden blocks as well. I have everything just stored right here, easy access, ready for me to grab whenever I need it. Now coming this way, I do have like the shelves. I am using the walls. That's what I love to say. I'm using the walls, working my way up. Down here is where I have like just random little things. We have a lot of our magnets, little magnet toys right there. All of our like board games, card games, stuff like that. They're pretty much down here. Any of our math games, manipulative stuff like that live right here. Right here is where I house like all of our extra flashcards are currently just like hanging out right here. I found this little thing. It's like a snack storage thing from like Costco. We have just everything you guys can possibly think of, as well as all the things that I found like from TikTok shop that are like educational. They're also like living here. As you go this way, this is just like a little random bin. It's honestly just holding like all the DIY dice that I've just made throughout the years whenever like we need it. That's like where I have all our letter of the week activities, where you guys see like my all my stuff whenever I like pull these out. We just have lots of like little resources right here. Up here, I do have like whenever we need to do or hold something, I bring these out and I can just like kind of have it there on the table for them. All of our handwriting resources are right here. We got the little board, the little erasable ones where you like draw on it and it like erases and disappears. I have like the little grooved writing workbooks in here for like the alphabet. I have like the big version, and then we also got like little miniature versions from like grandpa. He just thought we needed some, so he got us little ones. And then anything phonics related or brain quest related, I have it here. We're working through Logic of English Foundations B, so as we go through it, this little stack right here is going to get bigger, and we're just going to review these daily. We got our Bob books. We also got the other books over there that are great for learning how to read, our little phonics flashcards that we go through daily, and then all our brain quests, everything right here. And it's just all organized in a way where it just flows smoothly. And then we are using the walls. So I have like a lot of our boxes and stuff like that up here, as well as all of our like science stuff. Anything I kind of like need, I have it up here. If that includes like our little eyedroppers, as well as our little tubes, stuff like that, like our magnets, anything for time. So I have just a lot of the things stored still in their boxes, just because we just pull them out whenever we need them. And then as we come over here, this is where I have all of our books. This is actually all the books that my kindergartner is gonna read for the whole year. I also have like our Build Your Library binder for my 8th grader and our Build Your Library binder for my kindergartner with everything prepped and pulled up until June. And since we are using a literature-based curriculum, that's where all these books come from. They come from that curriculum right there. As I work my way down, these are all the books that are currently checked out for our 2-year-old. We're working on, I believe, transportation right now. So that's right there. And then I have these little bins. That's like our number of the week, our letter of the week, as well as any puzzles or things that I have already like organized and planned out for all the letter of the weeks for the whole year. They're just stored right there. And then if you look in this bin, anything that you can need for like Play-Doh, creating, sensory table, everything just lives in here. All our pom-poms, my 2-year-old, 5-year-old, they like to just pull that out and then they just like take it over there and go hang out at the little sensory table. Now this is like the area that you guys are probably used to seeing. I've just never actually showcased the whole wall or like all the updates that we've like made. That little table is, I believe, from Costco, and it's like the kids picnic table. I thought it was like the cutest thing because you can like change the height depending on like how little your little ones are. The little chairs are also from Costco. So we have that as like our main table. Her sensory table, we just have it over there, and I added like a little whiteboard. The thing that I love this year is that she is doing the same activities that my son did when he was 3.5. When my son was 3.5, he started playing preschool year 1, and those are the little alphabet crafts that we did. And then this year, she's kind of like doing the same thing, but you never really do the same thing twice. You can do the same curriculum, have the same printables, worksheets, but it's a whole new child doing it like their own way. And then something else that I did add to this wall recently was our Logic of English handwriting cards. They are actually huge. I would just roll over like the little cart right here and we just go over a little alphabet. What I love is that these are big cards and they're at like their height level. So they're able to go right here, look at it, talk about it. And it also tells you kind of like how to do the letters. So they can trace it with their fingers. They can say the name of the letter, the sounds, and we can just do everything right here as well. This little cart, I feel like it's just getting used for so many different things. We were using it as like our little storage for our sensory bin. We had like all the Play-Doh stuff that you saw in the other bin right here. That way she can like get it and just get crazy and messy with it. But since we are getting more resources, I ordered like 2 or 3 more number block things. So when those come in the mail, I'm going to put them down here. That way they have access to like all their number blocks. We are focusing on like prepositions and building sentences and stuff like that. So this is where those new resources are going to be held. And then we are currently working on creating our little rock painting activities that we got for Christmas. So this is currently living up here because it's our current activity that we're working on. As we make our way over here, this is where I have our bookshelf that's like storing all of the books that we own. We don't put any of the library books over here because I got to keep track of those, but this is currently our book collection. Right here is specifically if we are learning how to read. Like these are all like the Dr. Seuss, beginning to read, all like the little collections that just kind of go together. This is specifically for my little one to just read on his own. We have lots of like different kinds of books, the sound books, pop-up books. My daughter's into Frozen, so she has like every possible Frozen book, all the board books, everything that you guys can like possibly think of. And then down here we have all our busy boards, all our puzzles live here, even like our magnetic people. This little basket is holding our cameras and our microphone and like our Joy Cat talking flashcards, as well as all of our hot dot workbooks with like the little pens and our shapes beanbag and our tic-tac-toe. So that's like everything that we have right there. Down here, we do have all our sensory seeking toys, all our feelings, stuff like that. This is just where we decided to house everything. We also have other like little fueling things down there, and my kids are obsessed with building. So we have like the little Mario Lego stuff right here. This just lives in here because it's like a whole collection. It all goes together. We have almost all the characters. So this is right here for them to like grab every single day. I have to organize this, but it's okay because they're learning and they're playing. Now, the last thing I want to share with you guys is this wall. This is hanging over our bed. So this right here is all our phonics posters. This has been a great visual, especially because we're learning our long and short sounds, and my son is able to like see everything as well as like say the words, and he's learning, he already knows the line, and I believe it's like the breathe. So he knows the difference between all that, as well as right now we're working on blending digraphs. So all that is right there, which is just great. This year we're actually using these posters. I do have a little whiteboard where I just make little notes for myself. My son was a late talker, so one thing that I noticed when we covered the TH sound this week, the voiced, not the unvoiced, but the voiced, he's having trouble pronouncing. So we're going to have to figure something out to kind of bring more of a daily practice to kind of help them with that. And that's something that I do love and appreciate. With homeschooling, we can see that he needs help with something and we just make it happen. And then last but not least, you know, the very well-known calendar that we have here. I do have it up to date. I just updated it, but this is something that we use every day in our homeschool. It was one of my favorite DIY projects, and I've actually seen a few moms replicate this in their own home, so it just makes me super happy seeing that. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are able to see that if you want to homeschool, you can always make it happen. Whether you are renting a room, living with others, you know, just you can use the walls, use your space. All your little ones really care for is the fact that you're there, you guys are learning, having fun,